Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to Amber's Confessions. Alright, you guys, we have a ton of stuff to catch up on this week. I have been away for like an eternity. Not actually like literally away anywhere, just not on my YouTube channel. Isolated in my house. Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff to catch up on, so let's do it. Okay guys, so I've been planning on doing another like kind of a lingerie type haul for you guys because I know I haven't done one in a really long time. And so I don't know if you guys have heard of a site called Adore Me. It's like a subscription site where you sign up and then they take money off of your credit card every month, and then that counts as like a credit so that you can go on and shop on their site and pick out a bunch of stuff for yourself. Or they make it super tedious, so you have to log on every month and then go and skip the month if you don't want them to bill your card. So very similar to Fabletics or just Fab. There's quite a lot of other ones out there that run the same kind of model. So I had thought this would be a good one to try because I have heard pretty good things about the quality of their product. And like all these companies, they offer a super sweet welcome deal for new members. So I went on, I ordered a bunch of stuff. This was at the beginning of March and it still hasn't shown up. And today is like April 9th or something. So I did reach out to customer service about a week ago and told them that I still hadn't received my package from them yet. I was getting a bit concerned. And they basically told me that once it hits the Canadian border, they can't track it anymore and more or less blamed it on customs. They said that on their end, they show it reached the border on March 12th. So it's still not here. So needless to say, I cannot do a try-on review video of product that I don't actually have. So this is not boding well for what my review is going to be like if the product ever actually shows up. So if you guys know of any other sites that have relatively reasonably priced things like swimwear, lingerie, you guys know what I do on my channel, send them my way, leave some comments and let me know. I will go check them out and see if I can find some other stuff to do a try on and review for you guys, but I need some ideas. So this week let's talk about life because things are crazy right now. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever from staying in my house so much. And I'm really itching to leave my house. It may partly be because there's 3 kids here all the time, and it's really exhausting having to just be on all the time, which is probably part of why I have not been on my channel, because it is extremely hard to juggle. My exams are coming up in about a week now, my finals for this semester. So you know how at the end of a semester, all of your professors decide they've got big, massive final assignments that are all going to be due right at the same time, right in the last 2 weeks when you're trying to cram for your exams. And it's just the most chaotic time in the whole semester. So I've got that going on. Plus the kids being home all the time because of no school, everything being closed. It is a lot to juggle with trying to get down here and actually film some stuff for you and actually have something interesting to talk about because my life is not interesting right now. On top of that, my littlest one was sick about a week ago. He had a fever. I did talk to our local health link about it. They wouldn't test him for all this whatever because my husband travels for work and so we're high risk already. So they said they wouldn't test him but told us to quarantine, so we did that. And then at the start of this week I got sick as well. I suspected pneumonia, but it cleared up after about 3 days, so now I'm not really sure because I've had pneumonia before and it's never a 3-day affair, so who knows. But I'm feeling better. The little one is feeling better. Nobody else in the house is sick and we are just kind of riding this out right now like everybody else. But in all of this time at home, I have been desperately searching for a hobby apart from drinking wine. Now, I am the queen of not having a hobby. I can't really explain it, but a lot of hobbies I feel like are quite artistic and I'm not, right? I can't play an instrument, I can't draw, I can't really do much of anything. So I've been trying out all kinds of different things. So I'm going to tell you guys what I've been trying, what's been working and what hasn't. So if you need some inspiration on something to do while you're sitting at home all the time, I'll leave some links of things that I've bought. So if you like the idea, you can go try it out. These are just my own ideas. I'm not affiliated with any companies because I am not cool enough for that. So I don't make any money if you guys click the link. So, you know, don't feel like you have to or you do or whatever. So I have tried paint by numbers. That one has not been going so well because it is so tedious, and every time I pull it out, the littlest one wants to paint as well. So by the time I pull out the entire kit, get myself set up, get my water, my paintbrush, my paper towel, my painting, blah, 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 and then get the little one set up with his own painting station, which lasts like 10 minutes, and then I have to clean all of his up again. It's not been going so well. So yeah, but there are some really cool adult paint by numbers if that's something that you're into, if you feel like you like the idea of painting but you just don't know how to paint, like me. I did try one of those diamond painting ones, and that was another one that I've kind of half finished and then abandoned. So that's the one where you use the little pen to like pick up the little diamond pieces and you stick them on a mat according to where they're supposed to go. It's like paint by numbers but with little gemstones. I like the idea of it, and it wasn't that it was too tedious to do, because it wasn't. You actually kind of get into quite a rhythm with it, but it was kind of looking like crap. Like I had finished maybe half of it, and I had this image in my head that I guess the gems would be like, they are really small, but I thought they would be like, they'd be super tiny, you know, so you'd get a whole like different amount of color and you're not going to see the background, but they're actually a lot bigger than I thought. And so as you're going along and like filling it all in, you're like, yeah, it kind of just looks like a bunch of gemstones stuck to a canvas. So yeah, so that one, not so good. I started painting with watercolors because I think watercolors are really cool, obviously, because I got some on my tattoo. But now, as I said, I don't have any artistic talent, so I actually follow videos on YouTube, which I will link for you guys, some of the ones that I have followed, and I'll show you a picture of what I painted from following the tutorials that, there's this girl, I can't forget her name, please forgive me, but she gives awesome tutorials for beginners, and some of them have turned out pretty decent. It is enjoyable to do, but it is a bit more of an investment into the products that you're going to be using. So that one's fun. I have been doing one of those scratch paintings, you know, when you were a little kid and you had like the thing where you could scratch away at it, and when you scratched it would show that like foil color underneath. So they make those for grown-ups now, and I got myself a whole kit of them, and I've been picking away at that, which is taking for freaking ever. So I'm sitting there at my dining room table with my little scratch kit, and I've got like a spotlight that I'm holding on it because some of the spots are so little you can barely see them. So yeah, so that's been good. And then one of my favorite ones has been these Kiwi Crates. So this is a subscription service, and these ones are phenomenal. Not just like, they're great for the kids and they're great for the adults. So these ones are super cool. We get a couple of these every now and then. They are a little bit on the pricey side when you convert them to Canadian, but some of the projects are really cool. Like this one is partially done. My son was working on it the other day and then he got kind of frustrated with it and he stopped. But this is a leather art portfolio. So you like, it started out as just a flat piece, and it comes with the instructions, and he had to sew all of these pieces on and then decorate the front of it. And then it comes with like a little sketchbook that goes inside of it. So it comes with everything that you need as well as the instructions, and the instructions are really well laid out. Like, they're really easy to follow, and they make these for all age groups. So we get the koala crate for the littlest one, and that one comes usually with 2 or 3 different activities in it, which is perfect because they take about 10 minutes a piece, which is just about his attention span. So those ones are good because we can do one craft at a time, and then he's kind of bored and he wants to play with whatever he's created, and then we save the other ones for another time. So we kind of really stretch the life out of it. And then my middle son, sometimes we get him the doodle crate, which is like the more artistic one. We've done, through that one, we've done clay luminaries, which I'll show you a picture of. They're not super pretty, but that's my lack of art. And a felt garden, a felt succulent garden, which came out really cool. Sometimes we get him the Kiwi Crate instead, which is kind of one age step down. So those ones are a bit better for ones that he can do by himself without me having to sit with him the whole time and help him through it. And then for my oldest son, and partially for my husband, we get the Tinker Crate, which is more like engineering building things. So they made like a planetarium thing one time, and then we have a walking arcade robot and some kind of a catapult, and like you kind of actually like build something that does something. So those ones are really cool, but they're a little bit more complex, generally ages like 14 and up. So he needs quite a bit of adult help to do it, but it works well because my husband and I actually really enjoy being able to do it and partake as well. So it becomes kind of a whole family activity. So Kiwi Crates, super good idea. Really kind of engaging for the whole family, but still on an educational way, which is super awesome. And they usually have deals like everywhere else. When you first sign up, you get a sweet rate on it. So I will link that down below if you want to check that one out. What else have I been up to? Man, oh man. I have a medical procedure coming up in about a week from now, so that will require me to be up at a hospital for the day, and I am not looking forward to that because of all this stuff going on. I'm kind of wary about spending my day in a hospital, but I don't want to keep waiting. This is something I've been waiting 6 months for already, and the wait times here are particularly bad. A lot of times it's a 1 to 2 year wait period for this. And so because this appointment popped up and they have space available right now because of everything going on and that a lot of people are not going out or not in the hospitals, I'm just going to take it and hope for the best. But if you don't hear from me next week, it's not because anything bad happened. It's just because next week I have final exams and I have this procedure the very next day. And so it's going to be, I already know it's just going to be a really hectic week, but, that's pretty much the life update that I guess I have for you guys right now. A lot of crazy stuff going on right now. I hope all of you are staying safe and looking out for each other. I do just want to quickly say that with everything going on right now, I do feel like there is not a lot of conversation happening around mental health, which is super important when you take a whole society of people and tell them to stay in their homes and not go anywhere. So it can make you a little bit stir crazy, especially when people are losing their jobs and they don't know how they're going to pay their bills. It can be extremely overwhelming. So I just want to say, I am not a mental health professional, but I do have training and experience in handling and helping people who are in crisis or in a mental health moment of need. So if you are feeling hopeless or you're feeling a bit lost or you're feeling alone, please reach out to somebody, friends, family. If you don't have somebody you're comfortable reaching out to, send me a message, leave me a comment, send me an email. It's always in my description box. Message me on Instagram. I am always here to talk to people who feel like they don't have someone to talk to. So I just want to put that out there. Make sure you are taking care of one another. Check in on your loved ones, your friends, your family. This is a crunch time for all of us, and it is really freaking hard, but we will get through it and things will get back to normal. If you guys have something that you want to see on my channel specific, I really want to get back into a couple try-on hauls, so if there's something that you want to see that you love or you want to hear about or you want to see, please let me know. I'm not asking you to come up with my video ideas for me, but I kind of am, because I'm running low on inspiration right now. So something you want to see, leave me a comment, let me know. Let me know how you guys are all doing. And that's a wrap for this week, I guess. Sorry it's not more interesting, but we'll be back again next week. Hopefully. So we'll see you then.